Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for coming back again, and thank you for following and listening and also subscribing to my channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the NCLEX and how you can actually take the NCLEX as a foreign educated nurse on your own. So, actually, what this means is that you can register to take the NCLEX from your home country by signing up with a national state board of nursing within the US. There are state boards of nursing across all 50 states. Some of them are actually very friendly with foreign educated nurses and makes the process move much faster and quicker. Now we're going to talk about the best nursing state boards that you can use to take the NCLEX on your own. What you guys also need to know that some of these state boards of nursing do not require you to have a social security number to sign up for the NCLEX. Now, the best nursing state boards that you can use, and I have my facts here. Some of the best nursing state boards include New York, Montana, Texas, Colorado, Illinois, just to name a few. Now, let us discuss some of the three. I'm going to be talking about three state boards of nursing that actually don't require you to have a social security number, so you can stay from your home country and register with the Nurse State Board of Nursing and then register to take the NCLEX. Now, this is how the process flows. So, you have to register with a state board of nursing. Then, after you register with the State Board of Nursing, you meet your necessary requirements, submit the necessary documents. Then you wait for an email verification saying that you have been registered and you have been accepted. Then you log on to Person View where the NCLEX testing centers are. You'll receive also emails from that with your authority to test for exam after you have been registered with your state board of nursing. Then you select a testing center that is closest to you, that is cheaper to you and easier to use, and then register and then sit to take the NCLEX. Now, this takes a lot of processes that you have to follow. Certain things that you have to be mindful of is that you have to wait a bit before you register for the NCLEX through peer review. Make sure you get all the documents and you're registered with the State Board of Nursing. After you have received email that you have been registered, then it gives you the authority now to move on to Pearson View testing. And this is the testing centers that NCLEX uses, which is all across the world. They're in Asia, they're in North America, South America, but unfortunately not in the Caribbean. After you receive this and then you sign up, you register, you pay your fee, you receive the authority to take the exam, and then you get a scheduling date and time that you have to choose from, and you select your time. And I think you have to wait. You don't, if you select a time, you cannot let that time pass within 90 days to take the exam. And then you can just go to the testing center that you have chosen and take the NCLEX on your own. Now we're going to talk about how we can do this. Now we're going to talk about the three testing centers that we're going to be looking at that gives it really easy to take your NCLEX. Now, many international nurses have talked about the use of New York State Board of Nursing. They say this is one of the best and one of the easiest to use. And one thing that you should note also that some of these State Board of Nursing will not require you to have your CGFNS. The CGFNS is basically a credentialing body that is located within the US that will credential your documents in terms of your transcripts, your bachelor's, your educational achievements to see if they're similar or even equal to that of a US education in the event US education in a bachelor's of science degree or any other degree that you're looking about. Now, they say that nurses around the world are aware of New York as the best licensure to qualified foreign trained nurses. So, one thing that you have to make sure when you're signing up with New York, go onto their site, look at the registration times, look at the length of time it may take, and also the fee that you may need to pay. Another one which they say has been tried and tested and is known as the best for foreign educated nurses is the Texas State Board of Nursing. They say it's one of the easiest that you can use and it does not require you to have a social security number. The next one includes Ohio. Ohio, they say they process very quickly and You don't require a social security number for Ohio. So after you have registered with your state boards of nursing, you then wait to see if you have been registered with them, and that gives you the ability now to sign up with Peer Review, which is NCLEX testing centers, to sit for the exam. Now, they have different fees and payment if you're going to sign up with Pearson View. Now, if you're seeking an international registration license, so say you're outside of the US and you're an international nurse for the NCLEX, I'm on their site right now. It's 200 USD, $200. If you're seeking a Canadian licensure for the NCLEX, it's 360 CAD. If you're seeking an Australian licensure, it is 200 USD. Now, if for additional fees for US nurses, they say you'll have an additional fee of 150 USD right across the board if you're international, seeking to go on to Canada or seeking to go on to Australia. Now, if you are also trying to be registered for the practical nurse exam, which nurses, if you're LPN and you want to do practical nurse exam, it is 50 USD, and you don't have to pay an application fee for the NCLEX if you're a practical nurse exam seeking licensure for that of Canada or Australia. Now, what is the process like? I'm going to give you guys a process. I talked about payments and what you have to do. I have my facts here. So we're just looking at the time frame. So we talked about that after you're registered with your state board of nursing, you then move on to apply for licensure with your state board. After you've done that and you receive email from them, you then register with Pearson View and make payments. You'll need a credit card or a debit card for this to make the payment. Now, after that, you pay your fees and then you get the authority to test. Now, after your nursing board of nursing declares that you're eligible and you have registered through Pearson View, you'll receive an ATT, which is an authorization email that you have received, and it gives you the authority to test. Then you find testing location centers. They are located all across the world. They're located in Asian countries such as the Philippines, Hong Kong. You also have the United Kingdom. Testing centers are located all across the US. Common testing centers I know are in Florida, some are in New Mexico, all across the US, whichever one is accessible to you. You also have testing centers that are located in Brazil also, and also testing centers to Canada. If you're internationally trained, you know you have to book a flight, make sure you have a visa, and then you fly to these areas, and then have your authority to test, your registration documents. You also will have a time frame that you have to schedule, make sure you have housing arrangements and all of that, and that gives you the ability to take the NCLEX. I actually think this is a good opportunity for individuals. So if you're outside of the US and you're interested to take the NCLEX on your own, this is a step-by-step process of what you need to do and how you need to go about it. Find out the fees, the requirements, and you can take it on your own without the use of an agent. So guys, I've just presented to you the best nursing state boards that you can use to take the NCLEX on your own, and the step-by-step process how you can take the NCLEX on your own. Do you think this is an easy process or an easy step? I think it is, and it is a very good opportunity if you want to take the NCLEX on your own also. So if you like the information that I've just presented and the content that I've just presented, you can easily just press the like button and subscribe, and also share with a friend or another friend that you think will find this information useful. Have you done the NCLEX on your own already? How was it like? What did you do? What are some resources that you utilize? And how was your experience with the State Board of Nursing that you utilized? You can drop that in the comment section below as we continue to share nursing experiences and opportunities across the world. Thank you for following Empowered RN.